Iraqi Dinar community, stop scrolling right now. This is not noise, not recycled chatter, and not another empty countdown. On Iraqi Dinar, we focus on signals over speculation, and this week, the signal just got stronger. What we're seeing is a shift from long-term preparation into visible execution. If you've been holding, watching, or quietly waiting, this update changes how you think about readiness. By the end of this message, you'll clearly understand what actually shifted, why lower denominations appearing in circulation matters, how institutional language is changing, and exactly what you should be doing calmly and strategically starting today. For years, most developments felt like groundwork, policy discussions, budget drafts, regulatory adjustments, technical upgrades. That phase was construction. But implementation is different. Implementation means systems that were tested behind the curtain are now moving into live environments. One of the most visible indicators of that transition is the introduction of lower denomination notes into ATM systems. ATMs do not randomly change the notes they dispense. For that to happen, central banking authorities must recalibrate machine configurations, update software parameters, coordinate with armored transport providers, synchronize clearing networks, and prepare branch-level staff. It's layered coordination. When machines begin dispensing new denominations, it signals that back-end systems have already been tested. Cassette calibration, currency recognition software, distribution routes, and teller training all need to align. That's not theory. That's operational rollout. At the same time, international financial observers adjusting their tone is another key marker. When major global financial institutions publicly acknowledge stability improvements, those statements are based on hard data, fiscal balances, oil revenue projections, liquidity ratios, regulatory compliance, and direct communication with financial authorities. Public validation reduces credibility risk, and credibility risk is one of the biggest variables in any currency environment. This does not mean instant rate changes. It does not guarantee an announcement tomorrow. What it does mean is that structural readiness appears to be advancing. There is also visible internal coordination. Government directives are shifting from debate language to execution language. Oversight measures are moving into enforcement stages. Agencies are no longer discussing frameworks, they are implementing them. When ministries, banking authorities, and oversight committees synchronize their timelines, friction decreases. That alignment compresses waiting periods. Implementation windows historically do not remain open indefinitely once alignment occurs. They tend to narrow into defined periods, measured in weeks or months rather than years. That does not mean panic. It means preparation becomes more important than prediction. Shift your mindset now. Stop trying to forecast the exact date. Start preparing for a near-term activation window. Preparation begins with documentation. Gather your national identification, passport copies if applicable, bank account confirmations, and any existing exchange-related correspondence. Ensure your account details are correct and active. Digitize everything. Store secure copies in encrypted cloud storage and maintain offline backups as well. Contact your bank directly. Use a clear, calm script. Hello, I'm calling to confirm procedures regarding potential currency exchange implementation. Can you verify documentation requirements, appointment policies, and any cash handling limits? Request the representative's name and reference number. Confirm instructions via official email or published notice. Understand that banks often operate phased rollouts. Early stages may include pilot branches, appointment-only counters, transaction caps, and temporary liquidity controls. These measures are protective, not restrictive. They prevent systemic overload and maintain order. Expect that if large exchanges occur, banks may temporarily place reconciliation holds before funds are fully transferable. That is standard compliance practice in major financial transitions. Planning ahead reduces frustration. Scams will increase during any implementation window. Fraud thrives on urgency. Never click unsolicited links. Never transfer funds to unknown accounts. To secure a rate, always verify announcements through official central bank channels and your bank's direct communication platforms. Screenshots on social media are not verification. For those managing households, coordinate roles now. Decide who will visit the bank. Prepare power of attorney documents if needed for elderly family members. Plan modest emergency liquidity, but avoid holding excessive physical cash. For business owners, update point of sale systems, train staff on identifying note variations, and speak with your accounting professional about documentation of exchange-related adjustments. Schedule supplier payments carefully during transition periods. If you rely on international transfers, confirm recipient bank limits and consider staggered transfers rather than single large movements. Correspondent banking relationships tend to adjust gradually, not overnight. Emotionally recognize the pattern many investors experience: cycles of anticipation followed by fatigue. That fatigue can trigger poor decisions, premature selling, chasing rumors, reacting to anonymous insider posts. Discipline is your advantage. Calm preparation replaces anxiety-driven action. When official announcements occur, they will be precise, structured, and procedural. They will include timelines, instructions, and verification steps. They will not come as vague countdown messages or dramatic social media leaks. Risk management remains essential. Diversify access to liquidity. Keep accessible funds for daily needs. Avoid making irreversible decisions based on speculation. Test small transactions if pilot programs appear before moving large sums. Patience in an implementation phase is strategic discipline. It means being organized and ready, not impulsive. Let's summarize clearly. Operational signals suggest movement from preparation into execution. Lower denominations in distribution imply back-end readiness. Institutional acknowledgement reduces credibility risk. Domestic coordination increases implementation probability. Your responsibility is preparation, verification, and measured response. Here are your 5 immediate actions. 1. Organize and digitize identification and banking documents. 2. Contact your bank and confirm procedures. 3. Secure document backups in multiple safe locations. 4. Develop a household or business transition plan. 5. Ignore rumor-based channels and rely solely on verified official communication. On Iraqi Dinar, we focus on clarity, not hype. Execution phases reward preparation, not speculation. Stay steady, stay organized. And when official guidance arrives, you'll be ready to move calmly and confidently.